Going live now. Yeah, I did. I pushed some last night. Well, let me. we'll, we'll play with my version and then maybe we'll troubleshoot. So here we go. This is our first official live stream, and it is very what is it? Shoestring. We're just cobbling this together. For anyone watching right now, welcome to the stream. My name is Gabriel, and this is my partner, Derek. Alex. We are. Yeah, I did. I knew. We are solo developers working on our first title as indie studio. We're going to introduce everyone to this in just a minute. But the idea here with these weekly sprint updates is it's a chance for us every week to meet together, play test the build, talk about what we're accomplished and what we still needed to get done. And so when you make these goals, the idea is that you don't do long-term goals. These are just goals that you can. Hoping to publish this game in the next few weeks. Hoping we can do that off of the minimal hours we have to work between our own full jobs and family obligations. Anything else to add to it? Tell you what, you are now officially game dev. Yeah, and you know what? It's funny. Anyone who wants to get into games to have a title, all you have to do is do it. I mean, there are degrees you can get. As soon as you start doing it, you are now that thing. You are a software developer and magic. Okay, so let's kick things off, Derek. Let's talk about how we'll just take turns. How did the week go? Love it. So my goals this week were to increase the play space size, fix some of the breakables like the tree breakable. I wanted to fix the camera's perspective, which I think that'll take very. I wanted to add some ramp blocks, some ramps to go up and down, and then create some more break. So I got those down. The one thing I really wanted to do as well was X. I'm gonna play the game in a second. I think it's really finding the fun, and I have some ideas, some notes while I was playtesting this week that we'll talk about in just a minute. And maybe those were my goals. I didn't hit all of them. I did add some more sound effects, which we'll see in just a second. And then I have a little list of some of the notes I took over. I would love it in these formats, and especially if anyone is hopping on stream or anything else, feel free to come ask questions about what we're doing. The idea here, like I said, I think love our playtesting sessions. Actually, take so I was only able to put in a couple hours. I'm hoping to increase that to like 5 to 10 hours per week. so it can really get some movement. And then the other big news, I have a close colleague friend from another university who does 3D modeling and animation. So if we want to complete this in a few months, because of all the design work I'm already doing and all the programming work you're doing, if we could have someone help some of the character animation. So we may have some help coming. And then we'll start worrying about sound and some of the other. So, without further ado, share my screen. We're just on YouTube. Got a whole 0 viewers. Yeah, it's the humble beginnings. Before when we played, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oh, your audio is not coming.
Well, that's all right.
No. I just fixed it.
Okay.
That is horrible. These are those mistakes we make. So we're live.
Right.
So the good thing is we're live now. So I mean,
yeah, we got stuff.
If we clip this for the full, why don't before we get playing, I'm gonna do something. I am. Which is great. Okay, we'll just leave it at this.
Yeah. You're good. Doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing this. I really want to. So meet. Should be showing. So I've got the death.
Okay. Cool.
And then our game.
Okay. Right on.
We share this. Share. You hear it?
Last time we played, the game you were playing. I don't think the audio of the game came through.
Okay, so we might not have audio. So the audio I added is now we have kind of like a beep sound when you hit the top brick, punching sound.
Nice.
Differentiating the two, and next time we stream, we'll try. So just for the sake of repetition, and I hate to do it, but let's kind of like start over. We'll do a quick recap of what we talked about, just so that we can actually.
Yeah.
So everybody, welcome to the stream. This is WalterNet's first official live stream of our weekly sprint updates, where we review what we did the past week, what we're going to do this week. I totally messed up the audio at the beginning, so just a quick recap, Derek. What did we accomplish this week? And we'll talk about what we're.
Yeah, right on. So my goals were to figure out and fix some of the bugs of player death and spawning, um, and the player falling off of the gameplay platform, uh, playing with some of the jump height and some of the other game mechanics, as well as some, I guess, behind the scenes issues with how the game was originally built. So what I was able to accomplish was fix some of the issues around the player rotating weird ways when the ball hit it, uh, jumping height, velocity, smooth some of that out, and fix a bug with persisting the score across levels. What I didn't solve yet was the player uh, death and respawn, whatever words you want to use there. It just sent me down a rabbit hole. Some things I didn't know and haven't fully figured out yet with the camera and destroying the actor and things happening there. So at least I have two theories. So my goal for this next week is to test those theories out. Hopefully fix the character destruction and respawning, and then from there, uh, yeah, there's just a laundry list of other small things. But we'll see what that's my main goal. So we'll see what comes out of this playtest.
Awesome. For anyone watching, we are part-time. Have very busy full-time jobs and families, so
Right.
it's usually only 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a week we're able to put into this. But our goal is to get something. We're starting with something that's easily that we think is a quick and easy project that has growth opportunities.
That's right. Case in point, right?
Pause it for
That's good.
everybody.
Very good.
Sorry about this. 1 second. Hey,
That's right. It's part of it.
all right, that's quick and easy. Okay. Beautiful thing is, we'll edit the.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick edit, a quick dirty edit. Throw it up
Yeah,
there.
no worries. No
Okay,
worries.
so yeah, so that's awesome. So for me, I had some simple goals to make the play space bigger. I think we have a goal of making 10 levels eventually till 3. I wanted to make sure the trees were breakable. I wanted to change the camera perspective, which I didn't do. That'll be push forward. I build a bunch of new ramp pieces. Trying to build modular pieces that we can add and levels. And that was about it. I added a couple more sounds, so there's more of a beep when you hit the top blocks and more of a crunch when you hit the bottom ones. Differentiate. One is a good thing to hit, one is a bad thing to hit. Continue down with that. And I had several ideas with playtesting it as we went last week that I'm excited to talk about. So, one of the big things, like everyone, this is our 3rd week doing this, getting things up and running. So Derek and I are still figuring out the source, 2 of us, so that we work on the levels at the right time. Apparently, I think I pushed the build wrong, so we might have to shoot that afterwards. But I have my version of it up here. Derek, I will figure out, because I know with Zoom, when you share a screen, you have to click.
Okay.
So we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Start going. So let's check out. Here's the current version of the game, assuming it works correctly.
Right.
Go Paddle Hero. I think this is like version 1.
Something.
I don't know, but a much bigger play space. Do you feel like you really have to traverse around now?
Mhm.
That's awesome. The ball died once there. Oh, and I changed the effect too. So at least if you notice, it doesn't have that explosion effect.
Yeah.
Just a little like simple little pling.
Yep.
trying to get it to feel different.
Yeah.
Hit those. Oh, died again.
One more life.
Oh, so you can't even see the one life. This is interesting. So there we go. It survived. Do it.
You can get it. Almost.
Ah! We did it.
There you go.
And here everyone can see like our first iteration, so you can see how it's
First
coming along a
level
little bit.
iteration, That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so that felt pretty good. It's coming along. So what's interesting, when I was playing yesterday, I was able to recreate the bug where it just went horizontally.
Yeah.
And would just still do that.
Yeah.
Some other things I want to point out. I'll start it again. Because I probably didn't notice this before, but the player doesn't have any collision with the sidewalls.
Yeah. The paddle does not. I mean, the paddle just flips right through.
Yeah.
The ramps is cool. I like that.
Yeah, and I think I mean, there's little things we can do right now, like getting some dust particles on those.
Yeah.
Like eventually I want, like when you hit the tree, I want little leaves and twigs to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Just simply, and then like the ground to have a dust particle. So the ball really speeds up.
Yeah, so we probably want to cap that.
Yeah, I think cap that, especially with the larger play size.
Yeah.
Make it go a little bit. But what I thought was fun with just making it this size is we could really change like the shape of, which from a level design standpoint, that's one of these one screen shape languages we.
Yeah.
And it could be even one of those things where, I mean, it could be open up a door on the side that.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a live stream last week.
Oh, okay.
And I took some notes, but on my main gaming channel, I was getting some great feedback.
Cool.
You watching it.
Yeah.
Added.
Cool.
So my big notes for my playtest that I thought would be cool, and these could be things that are down the line. But when you're hitting each of those bricks, there would be like a point pop up or UI pops up each time, and then even a combo. You can keep hitting them without hitting the ground. It could increment the score up even.
Oh,
So,
I like that.
Yeah, so further push that incentive to not let the ball touch. So
Yeah.
creating a combo system. Because I was having fun with it, but I'm like, how could we gamify it?
Yeah.
So having the score effects, the combos, and then for me, really the dust particles.
Yep.
And then if we could fix the player clipping side, really hoping in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I think for my big weekly update, I think working on dust and
Mm-hmm.
the ball, I think you already have it on you.
Yep, capping that.
But I noticed like it's hard to get from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool.
One question I have for you, your thoughts on it. So right now, the way it's built, sometimes when it's hitting the side and ricocheting off, it's going at strange angles because it's probably like hitting a point where the two blocks come together.
Yeah.
Is that, just curious your opinion, is that desirable? Because that introduces chaos to it, right?
Right.
Or would you expect it to be much more smooth that, hey, it's coming in at this degree angle, so you'd expect it to be this degree angle off?
So here's my thought, and I'm going to play it again and kind of talk through that, thinking about that too.
Yeah.
So when you have the sidewalls, which is going to be like this indestructible concrete, I would expect when the ball hits those, it would be like you talked about. So I think we replace those with collision. But if it hits the tree or some of the angles on the bottom, I would expect that to be a little bit more random.
Okay.
Right. So that I think I'll put it on my list this week too, at least for the intro levels,
Mm-hmm.
is to put solid collision around those.
Okay.
so that we don't have them hitting those beveled edges. Because I don't think it's even beveled edges that it's hitting. Look at this.
It gets really
Boop,
fast, and it's gonna.
and push
Yep.
it through there. But it's not even the beveled edges. It's that you have two collisions sitting next to us. So I think it's actually hitting the.
Mm,
That's just making the ball bounce. So I'm hoping when we have just clean collision going straight up and down and horizontal, that we'll
yeah.
have a more consistent.
Okay.
So I may take the collision off of the indestructible pieces and
Okay.
so that it would be you'll do it in
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, it makes sense. I was of the same mindset that yeah, I'd expect it to bounce like you would expect, like normal. But watching you play, it's also I mean, there's the chaos part of my brain that's like, hey, you never know which way it's gonna go, right?
Yeah, and as we go in, because we're only doing 10 levels, having some rotating platforms. Uh, now that we're getting to this point, especially if we can get
Hmm.
now it's like figure out kind of like to have
Yeah, yeah. Because part of it also the issue with it clipping through the side, the paddle, is just the way I threw that character together. So once we have, whatever model or character we're going to use, I think then we'll be able to more easily, hey, don't clip through this and hear the boundaries of it and things like that.
yeah. And what I might do this week too is just get a block. So
Okay,
just,
something simple.
yeah, we'll just put something in, even if the like
Yeah,
keep it like the same. Maybe it'll change. I would love it later on if even with the right
yeah, that would be cool.
later on that would be super cool.
Yeah,
Balance that so much.
yeah. So my to-do list ever longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, ever growing. So I still just because it's bothering me and it's gonna solve some of the issues with it popping off. Figure out the character death and respawn. Because the ball does that. There's no real like good feedback, but I have the system in place. I need to do that with the character, get that working smoothly. And then just going down my list, there's still logic for when the a ball gets stuck, bouncing back and forth, same spot, doing a check for that. Cap the ball velocity, controller support, some sort of UI feedback of you just scored 1 point here as well as the multiplier. So implementing a score system, and then let's see, yeah, those are the issues. That's my to do list. So I'm gonna prior. No way, I'm getting all that done. I'm gonna prioritize the player death respawn, and then from there probably just start taking the smaller ones, the easier ones.
I think on my big list is this week I'd like my priority to be particle.
Yeah.
Hard to make some new ones only because it's something I'm not familiar as I'd like to be in
Hmm.
that. There'll be a little bit of a learn. I've learned that. Second one, things that shouldn't take as long. Changing the perspective on the camera really bothers me. These are cubes, but
Yeah, yeah,
so I want that fixed so it's more
yeah.
still has perspective, but it's
Cool.
and yeah, collision on those particle systems. Work on a character block app. Maybe start making a
Mm,
put put some thought around. I maybe
sure. Yeah.
that I think will be a very much a coding thing to get the
Yeah. If you find any tutorials or anything, send them my way, and I could take a look.
like the combo
Yep.
talk to.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I would like to start fleshing out some of those. Would
Design
it
wise.
would it be a tough add get the
No, the quick and easy way of doing that is just, hey, copy paste, right? So they all look the same. I'm not sure how much additional changes we're going to be making, so I'm hesitant to wait to do that
Yeah.
until we have like you said, the collisions and basically the skeleton of the level ready. When that's done, yeah, just copy paste over, easy.
I'll keep working on this one then. And
Okay. Yeah, and there's only a few things you got to configure for each, like hey, the level number, and there may be a few other things, settings per level that you got to do. But yeah, it's not too difficult.
things I would love to consider later on. These aren't talked about them, so I just want to take note. Level transition. That looks like
Mm-hmm.
possible. Do we want platforms?
Yep.
Could be like later on introducing things we talked about, like multi-ball, like maybe
Upgrades or downgrades.
yeah, or a power up where you can
Yeah. Oh yeah, it sticks to it, and then you choose where. Yeah. Yeah.
stick to it. Could be like maybe it hits something that's turning something. Platforming, I think,
Yeah.
instead of that wooden bridge.
Yeah. So you got to time it. And,
Yeah, I think it's how can we leverage like,
yeah.
and it would be cool, like even if maybe when you break all the blocks, there's turning on an
Mm,
level and walk out, some kind of
yeah.
transition like that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't be difficult. It
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a fun idea.
yeah, even if we had the same little, even move the screen level
Yeah.
trigger
In the
some
main.
transition. Kind of makes sense that you could infinitely.
Yeah.
So really cool, really cool. I think that's all I have this week.
Yeah. I gotta say, I really like the bigger level.
Yeah, it's feeling good. I mean, we basically have this huge like rec,
Yeah.
and so we could some of them could be that smaller shape,
Mm-hmm.
teaching you like something like second or all completely. You start spinning blade. So the
Oh
lava,
yeah.
like second level, the lava could be there and never access,
Yeah.
covered by. Start feeding the player.
Yeah. Things are falling apart. Becomes more dangerous as you go. Yeah.
And by the end,
Yeah. Yeah.
moving blocks up top.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, even if the level were like 2 or 3 times this size, what that would be like. I mean, there's no way you could get all the way across if there's lava, right? But I don't know, I'm just imagining your player's just this tiny little guy and you're trying to go across. That could be a
Yeah.
funny mode.
Well, yeah, we could do that. We could pull the camera back further.
Hmm.
So there's a game called Endpoint.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
what it'll do. It'll zoom in and out.
Hmm.
Awesome. Very
Yeah. That
cool.
was a good one.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll end the stream here, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Guys, if anyone's watching this, leave them in the chat. Would love it if you'd subscribe to the channel, show some support. Yeah, like it. One of the
That's right. We'll see you next time.